My name is P.SO, and this is how I made it. So this was a really fun sample I found on this track called PB&J, Piano, Bass, and Jam. And actually, I feel like I should have let Walt try to guess what sample I found, but I went ahead and spoiled it already, so oops.
Nah, I knew it was that, only because it was upright. And I was like,
right, okay, yeah.
Oh, Dell ain't on the upright
good.
Lot. So that was just like, oh, I know what this is.
Nice. Okay, so you already recognize it, sweet. So
yeah,
man, this, it just really felt very, oops.
Is the power on in the house?
Something happened with my power. Yeah, my PC went off. Oops. Hold on one second.
Okay, at least you got lights.
Yeah.
Definitely let there be lights.
Yeah, that's all good. What was that? We could talk about what's going on in there. First off,
okay, all right.
PB and Jam, that was on my list too. Like, there was so much music, and like that was definitely one that I wanted to sample too.
Yep, me too. I actually did sample it, but I
didn't
use it for the night.
Yeah. So how
many?
I used
for the night spoke to me. So listen, I wanted to leave it bare just so you could hear like my idea, my vision for it. But I don't have a microphone, so I couldn't record any vocals. So I actually did something crazy on mine. I recorded on my iPhone through GarageBand, flipped it to my email, and then imported it to my music making software, just so I could have my own personal signature on this track. Because the chords that I found in this particular song and the one vocal sample that I grabbed, I personally love it. So I can't wait to hear how Pete decided on his track and what Corey did. And I think this week is more so fun for me. I'm not even really competing.
Hey Pete,
I'll be back in about a minute.
Okay.
I'm still restarting.
Okay,
cool.
I was gonna say
you can hear us, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, because I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone still. So.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we got questions about your beat.
Okay, yeah, we might as well ask those questions now.
Walt, you got any questions specifically?
Well, what I can tell you what I liked. Of course, I like everything. But you picked a good period because of my maturity. I love Nas, and You threw that in. I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
And then you,
I just threw Nas in because it just reminded me of a
that whole vibe.
That era sample, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That whole vibe,
Nice,
and I loved it. So I was just like, in my head, I'm like, yo, man, he gotta sell this, you know. You gotta go make this money, dog. But because it's dope. I'm like somebody will take this. I like the musicality. You had to break down where you caught the little trail down. Then after it hit me, I was like, I know what this is.
Yeah,
it's dope, and I definitely love how you use how you mixed it. You know, you use different gates and whatever plugins you put in on there to give you the proper distortion or whatever distortion that you were hearing in your head. So that's what I want to do. You know, I want to get these vibes and just put the music out, you know, with or without a verse on it, because it was so musical. You know, it was like, that's
I heard the acapella coming in, and I was like, oh no, because P.SO can rap, and I mean that's what his main thing is, and like one of his main things. And I was like, I thought you were gonna rap on this, and I was like,
I'll be okay with that. I'd be like, yes, man, go ahead.
So I put the Nas on there just because, just like you spoke of, the feel of it. But yeah, it definitely feels like a beat that I would definitely want to rap to. Tell E that I'm back right quick. He's not letting me on PC.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so this speaks to like every week. It's funny. Two things I want to say. One is that P.SO has like an amazing ear. This is the second week that he kind of picked. Recent week, I should say, that he picked something that was like acoustic piano based, and that's those chops and like just the space that you have at the end of that 4-bar phrase is like really nice. It just, you know, you right away you start thinking of kind of like 90s hip hop, and then all of a sudden it just kicked in with a Nas, and I was like, oh.
I got a question for you, P. I got a question for you, P.
What's that?
What made you use a vocal sample like that, you know, over the track?
Because, all right, so I got to tell you something. Well, these guys are the reason I went first is because these guys are going to really go hard with like lots of musicality, because out of the three of us, I'm the least musically inclined. So you already know that these dudes are about to bring bass and vocals and doing all types of crazy chords and stuff. So I had to lean hard into what, you know, felt good. That's why I went hard with the Nas and just the 93 BPM style hip hop, just because I knew that I just had to capture a sound that worked. But let me show y'all what I did real quick, since I finally have my keys back. So yeah, I found a sample, the Walter Kemp joint from the JBL, or what is it? Or I was about to say 3PL, the PB&J.
Yeah.
PB&J Jam. And it had all these different notes. The upright bass, as he said, that was so cool. And I'm just playing the different chops. And this is the one I like the most. Let me go to the Cascade. Which was actually, it was the end part that you guys like. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, couldn't find it.
Yo, that's so Nas right there. That right there is so Nas.
It is, yeah. It's such that area, because if you, I remember at that time, you had Nas, you had all those cats that Tribe, you had Diggable Planets. They would all use that upright. When I heard the upright, I'm like, yo, that sound like when I was in school. Yo, dope track.
right there. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, that's Nas all day right there.
That's nice.
So,
Awesome.
you know, the Nas vocal was an easy choice, you know. It just made sense.
New York streets was a like to walk like Pistol Pete and Pappy Mason. Gave the young boys admiration. Prince from Queens and Fritz.
And then real quick, this little drum part that I did with the scratches, I just put some scratches in, but I did it rhythmically instead of like a normal DJ scratch. I made it more of a percussive scratch.
Okay.
So that was just to still pay more tribute to that era of music. And
That's dope.
I think that wraps it up, man, for me.
That's dope.
Yo, listen. I just want to say, I should not have called you earlier. I want to say that I'm very, very, very happy with what you did with this because this week. So again, like I said in the beginning, this is like a gift and a curse week. When you're presenting to a musician, you want to bring something that they would have not heard in their own music. Because otherwise, why present this to the musician, right? So for me, I had a lot of songs that I was crazy about. And I have a question actually for you. Why are are you gonna have another album with like the concept of dark?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, this album y'all doing right now.
Dark samples, okay.
Oh, you hit it on the nose. There it is.
I was looking at the albums and I'm like, yo, I like the concept and I like the notes that most of the songs are played in kind of keep in a darker vein of music. And I'm like, yo, is this the theme that he's going for? Is this like a process or like a certain box these specific albums are going to fit in, and then it's going to switch to something else? So the concept is dope. Like I love that. And yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope. I had a lot of fun dissecting.
Sorry, I was trying to stop it.
No, it's cool. It's cool. You know, you playing some dopeness. It's all good.
All right.